Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fitness Insight with you. Today I want to deep dive into something that's not often talked about, but it's incredibly important. The trauma that comes with the pursuit of fitness. Specifically, I want to explore the feelings of body hatred and the emotional eating that many of us struggle with along the way. Let's start by acknowledging something that I think many of us feel but don't always say out loud. The journey of fitness isn't just about physical changes, it can be emotionally and mentally exhausting too. Society places this huge pressure on us to look a certain way, to fit into this narrow mold of what fit and beautiful should be. I have been there, feeling like you have to constantly push yourself harder, eat less, look perfect. It's easy to get caught up in these expectations, and before you know it, you're battling not just with your body but with your mind as well. I've heard so many stories, and I'm sure you have too, of people who have gone through extreme measures to achieve their dream body only to end up feeling more lost and unhappy than they were before. Fitness culture, for all its benefit, can sometimes lead us down to a dark path where we lose sight of what really matters. That is our overall well being. Now, let's talk about body hatred. I know it's a harsh term, but it's something that a lot of us have experienced. We start this fitness journey with the hope of feeling better about ourselves, but sometimes it can lead to exact opposite. I've had moments where I looked in the mirror and I couldn't stand what I saw. The constant comparison to others, especially with the social media bombarding us with the perfect bodies, can make us hypercritical of ourselves. It's like we start chasing this ideal that's always just out of reach, and the more we chase, the more we resent our bodies for not measuring up. This self hatred can spiral into mental health issues like anxiety, depression. It's so important to recognize that these feelings are valid and that you're not alone in this struggle. When we are feeling this way, many of us turn towards food as a way to cope. Emotional eating is something I have struggled with, and I know it's something many of us do too. It's so easy to reach for food when you're stressed, lonely, or feeling down about our body. But then, after we eat, the guilt kicks in, and it feels like we are stuck in this never ending cycle. We eat to feel better, but it only makes us feel worse in the long run. What I've learned and what I want to share with you is that emotional eating isn't something to be ashamed of. It's a coping mechanism, and understand the triggers. Understanding the triggers, whether it's a stress, boredom, it's a pressure to look certain way, is the first step to break this cycle, to break free from this emotional eating. So, how do we start to heal from this? It begins with self compassion. I know it sounds cliche, right? But it's true. We need to remind ourselves that our self worth isn't defined by the body size or how fit we are. It's okay to struggle, and it is okay to have days when you don't feel great about yourself. What's important is how we pick ourselves up and move forward. Mindful eating have been a game changer for me. It's about tuning into your body's need and listening to what it's really asking for. Sometimes it's not food, it's rest and it's break and it's kind of word to yourself. And when it is food, it's about enjoying without guilt. I also want to stress the importance of seeking support, whether it's talking to a therapist, joining a support group, or even just opening up to a friend. Don't try to handle it all on your own. These feelings are heavy and you don't have to carry them by yourself. As we wrap up, I want to encourage you to redefine what fitness means for you. It's not just about physical, it's about being healthy in mind, body, and spirit. Focus on what makes you feel strong and happy, not just what you think you are supposed to look like. Positive affirmations have helped me a lot in shifting my mindset. And finally, remember that a balanced approach is key. Fitness should enhance your life, not consume it. Take care of your mental and emotional well being. And don't be afraid to step back and reassess if you're feeling overwhelmed. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation today. It's not always easy to talk about these things, but it's so important. I hope this episode has given you some comfort and maybe a new perspective of your fitness journey. Remember, you're not alone in this. Until next time, stay kind to yourself, keep moving forward. This is Piyu signing off.